So, I'm Ben Shapiro. I joined Andrew about 2 weeks before he passed away. I had known Andrew for about 12 years. I met him when I was 16 years old, and he was just the anonymous other half of Drudge. He emailed me out of the blue, and he said, I'm the anonymous other half of Drudge. Want to go for a taco? And so we ended up at a greasy taco joint in Westwood, as was his wont. Andrew didn't change. The night that he died, he spent 2 hours talking to a random human being who he just wanted to talk politics with, at a restaurant. When he died, 100 million people mourned, 95 million of them had dinner with him at some point. And I always like to think of Andrew like he's Diogenes. He's a man who's walking around with the torch in broad daylight looking for an honest man. He was also Diogenes who likes the which is what made him so much fun. He really taught me 3 things. The first was, don't trust the media narrative. I had the privilege of knowing him for a long time, and from the very beginning, he was very clear. The media narrative was always false. You could count on it. No matter what the media said, it was going to be wrong, and it was our job not to accept that narrative. That was point number 1. Point number 2 was walk toward the fire. He was very clear on this. You have to walk toward the fire. That's why he didn't care when people called him racist. It bothered him, but he didn't, deep down, he knew it was false, so he didn't really care about it. And when Republicans, conservatives, libertarians, when people who think for themselves are intimidated by the left and by the media, that is a loss in and of itself. We can't be intimidated, and that's something that Andrew proved to us. If he had been intimidated, Acorn would still be operational, and Anthony Weiner would still be tweeting pictures of his junk to random people from his seat in Congress, not from his wife's closet where he's probably locked right now. Third point, and this was truly Andrew, and I don't know anybody else who did this, and that was you have to have fun doing it. Everybody takes this stuff way too seriously. Andrew took it seriously. He took it dead seriously. But at the end of the day, he had fun being Andrew Breitbart. I don't know anyone else who went to an Occupy movement parade wearing rollerblades just to videotape it. I mean, a few days before he died, he was riding around, he saw a homeless man with an Obama sign. He goes over and videotapes himself with the homeless man and the Obama sign because it was funny and because it was fun. And that's who Andrew was. Now, if Andrew was Diogenes, and obviously, when the torch falls, there has to be somebody to pick it up. I don't think that there's anybody to pick up Andrew's torch because he's a unique human being, and I don't think those are shoes that can be filled. What Andrew did give us, and he was very clear on this as well, was he gave us all lighters. He gave us all lighters, right? He said, if you have a cell phone, you're now a journalist. He gave us lighters for a couple reasons. First reason was he wanted us to seek truth, like Diogenes, find the honest people in broad daylight, because they are out there even though they're hiding. And the other reason is he wanted us to be able to wave them in our cars when the came on the radio. And both of those things are incredibly important. Andrew was fun, Andrew was a fighter. So I just want to raise my glass to the man who carried the torch and passed on the lighters to the rest of the American people.